So we had Tanya Waikato on last week, throwing down exactly what the regulatory standards bill was and why it should be opposed. You guys are here. You guys are in the House. You guys are obviously contributing to the conversation from within Parliament. Tell us about it. Tell us what we need to know.
Well, I'm not the expert on it, and I would probably know just as much about it on an equal playing field. But Tanya Waikato probably would have broken it down in regards to the regulatory standards bill. What we've got is this is not even the Treaty Principles Bill 2.0. It's not that at all. What we've got is the absolute annihilation of Te Tiriti o Waitangi from legislation. What it does is it puts the power into the hands of the Attorney General, and we're talking about Judith Collins again, and the regulatory minister, the Minister for Regulation, David Seymour. It actually takes away the power of Parliament to make those decisions once that regulatory standard goes through. And so even the legislators who are democratically voted into Parliament also lose the ability to be able to change some of the laws that the regulatory standards bill will have influence over. What it also does is it privileges private property over public good, like health, the environment, and even Māori and indigenous rights. It weakens or blocks laws that has Te Tiriti o Waitangi and their Māori interests have over there. And I have concerns over treaty settlements. I have concerns over treaty settlements if they make changes to the RMA, if they make changes to some of the resource management stuff when it comes to seabed mining, deep sea oil drilling, and even some of the conservation stuff. It also, there's a huge heavy weight on foreign wing models that I mentioned before that ignores Te Tiriti o Waitangi. So international exploitation of our country will become a very, very real reality for us. You can see it through fast tracking now. You can see it that they're going to get a tax break. Oil companies that come in here and do their business. We're only going to make 2% back profit on any of those oil companies. Tobacco lobbyists, all of those people are going to be prioritized over the collective rights of Aotearoa. I'm not talking about just collective rights of Māori, but collective rights of Aotearoa. But what it does, again, it just puts the power of elected parliament to unelected judges and corporate interests. They're about to start create a new, what will I say, an X version of a tribunal. And this is probably why. Yeah, this is probably why a privileges committee. There you are. It is an privileges committee, and this is probably why the reason Richard Prebble came off the Waitangi Tribunal, because he will probably, I'll bet my money on it, that he will be the leader, he will be the chair of this new Act tribunal that they're going to put in place. So, it is a dangerous law. It ignores Te Tiriti o Waitangi. It allows Aotearoa to open its doors to international greed and corporate exploitation. It privileges private property over public good, and it will, like Debbie said, it puts the noose over our neck. And I use my tipuna all the time, Mokoboko, who was wrongfully accused of killing Reverend Wagner in Opotiki back in the 1860s. He was hung in Mount Eden, and before they hung him, he says, "Take the noose from around my neck so that I may sing my song." Tangohia mai te taura I taku kaki kia waiata I taku waiata. And what this feels like is that noose has been put back over our necks so that we cannot sing at all. And so the 21 days is a noose over the neck. The regulatory standards bill will do the same thing. And what he's trying to do is fast track that through the parliamentary process by giving us a 4-week submissions process and not a 6-week submissions process. And we'll move it as fast as September and not the November date that he gave that he reassured everybody. So right. I don't know whether that's the same type of explanation. Tanya Waikato probably gave you a more articulated version of that, but that is my more layman's type explanation of the.
And I think critically, there is absolutely no mention of Māori hapu or te tiriti. It's like we actually don't exist because they want to have one law. We're all equal. And again, We've always spelt out there's only one reason why you get rid of tiriti, because it's in the bloody way. And we're the last bastion. You know, back here in Taranaki, we're all fighting against seabed mine and fast track, and it's a beautiful fight because we've got those who can swim and dive doing the swimming diving thing, those who can do this doing such and such thing. Those of us who are honoured to be tangata whenua have the obligation and are using our rights and interests as tiriti to fight in that space. And every non-Māori around here, tangata tiriti or learning, all get what it is that we have, that super right we have, which we never gave up as indigenous peoples. But that's what he's doing. He's erasing it. And yeah, the whole 18 months has almost felt like, you know, we're just holding a scrum. We've been in scrum the whole time to keep them away from tiriti. And you're almost got a scrum paralysis going on because, you know, he gets out and he got to hide in. And he was such a bad sport. Like, you know, Seymour was like such a tangiwito. And like you hear him jibing, like he's so got the feels about it, or so triggered. And I'm just like, you got barely 8%, David. Like, your own people voted against you. But then, you know, they are only an 8% apart.
Sorry, I just had to look up tangi weto, Māori term that translates to crybaby. There you go, perfect. Love it. Love it.
Sorry, I try to talk flash, but when I'm home, I'm even worse. Like, sorry.
No,
take the girl out of the party, but you can't take the party out of the girl.
It's perfect for us because we don't talk flash. We just talk.